Some idealists have unwittingly conceded a popular materialist claim, probably due to the fact that they have no idea what they're talking about. For example, here's a quote from Animating Rebel. "I don't see how anyone, even idealists or dualists, would deny that mental states are reliant on the brain. Of course, dualists and idealists do deny that mental states are dependent on the brain. That's well known and central to those positions. On idealism, which is Animating Rebel's position, mental states cannot be dependent on the brain because the brain is a mental state. The brain is nothing more than qualia. If the brain is required for mental states, then it follows that brains aren't just perceptions, but are objectively real objects, presumably floating around in nothing, since Animating Rebel considers everything else in the physical world to be qualia. But it would also follow that God himself has a brain, as Sam Butler pointed out." The next part of Animating Rebel's quote is also idiotic. "The argument is that the mind is not reliant on the brain, not its mental states, such as thoughts, memories, emotions, personality, desires, experiences, etc. Notice how he tries to make a distinction between mind and a list of pretty much every faculty and feature ordinarily ascribed to the mind. For some reason, this is what YouTube idealists are doing now. What he calls mind is literally not mind. It is the absence of all the properties of the mind. If anything, he seems to be saying that mind is the entity that mental states are dependent on. But he has already said that mental states are dependent on the brain. So what the fuck is the point of this extra mind thing? And here's some more vacuous shit. A good analogy my friend gives is to think of it like a computer. The mind is the hardware and the mental states are the software. When you damage the brain, it is as if you're sending a virus to the software."
What?
He goes from saying what the mind and mental states are to saying what the act of damaging the brain is. Okay, but what is the brain according to this analogy?
Your emotions, your personality, they're just chemical reactions. Man is nothing more than a brain.